Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you can tell, I haven't posted a video on here for a while. I do apologize. Before I get into the content of what I'd like to share with you guys today, I would also like to introduce myself. As you guys may well know, my name is Jess. I am a professional life coach. I have been doing this for 5 years now, and I work with both men and women. And during the 5 years of my coaching career, I have worked primarily with men. I'll share with you guys today, and any future videos and the videos that I've posted on here previously, that puts me in a good position to be able to share some of the things that I help men with, and it might be helpful for you as well. Let's get into what we're here to do and what I'm here to share with you. The things that I want to share with you, as you can tell in the title, and just by the way, just for reference, I do have my notepad here and I don't want to forget anything. The things that I'm going to be sharing with you are the 5 mistakes that I see men are making when it comes to their dating life. I'm also going to be sharing the things that you can do in order to change this. So it's not going to be me just saying to you, here's the things that you're doing that are, in my opinion, wrong or not so good or unhealthy for you and for her, but the things that you can do instead that are really going to help you to have the romantic life and the dating life that you want to have instead. Point number 1 is chasing a woman instead of leading the interaction. This really applies very much to the early stages of getting to know her. Now, if you're chasing her, the only reason that we, myself, regardless of gender, men and women, chase anything in life is because of fear. There's a sense of lack that we have. We're chasing after the woman, running around like a headless chicken, really in this desperate, needy energy because we believe that having the relationship is going to make ourselves feel something that we don't already have within us. That's the first thing. So what you can do instead of chasing after her, place that you can really come from is really ground yourself knowing that you're good enough, that you are a great man. You can really see your value and what you have to bring to her life, what you can bring to the world. And to really know that within yourself, not just from an intellectual place, which is here, but to really feel that you are this great man, that you have so much to offer to her life. And when you come from that place, then you're going to feel relaxed, you're going to feel good, you're not going to be coming across as needy or desperate. And guess what? You're not going to be chasing her. And a really good example of this is, let's say that you meet a woman and you really like her, you really connect, and she doesn't feel the same way about you. And that feels less than within himself, of course, is going to be chasing after her. But if you feel good about yourself, if you feel relaxed and you just think she's a great woman, it doesn't really let you crumble. Like, you don't really spiral. You don't really make it mean anything about you. You don't have sleepless nights. It doesn't affect your work. It doesn't really impact you that much because she's just a woman that you've met. There's billions of other women. So there's never any need to chase. As I said, as a summary to this first point, the only reason that you are chasing anything in your life is because you're coming from fear and you're coming from a sense of lack within yourself. That's the first point. Second point that I'd like to share with you guys, you feeling less than. I would say that this is actually the number 1 reason, but I didn't put it in order of importance. It's you feeling less than. So let me just tell you this. This, as I said, is the number 1 thing that I really see holds men back from having the relationship and the dating experiences that they want to have. What you're going to do if you feel insecure and you feel less than, yes, you're going to chase, and also you're going to put her on a pedestal. You're going to believe that she has to respond to you at a certain time, that she has to say a certain something in a message, and if she's not responding in the way that you want her to respond, then you're going to respond probably in a really emotional and angry way. So that's going to push her away. That's absolutely going to be something that pushes her away. The thing that I want to tell you that I actually spoke about on my TikTok live, and if you come from TikTok, then shout out to you. And something that I was talking about on this live last night was how safety is the number 1 important thing for a woman. Not just when it comes to physical safety and her being out in the world and in being in the car park and being in a different country or wherever she is. But emotional safety. Emotional safety can only be felt by her if you feel that emotional safety within yourself. What do I mean by this? You liking yourself, you feeling good about yourself, you knowing the totality of who you are. And I've spoken about this many times on this platform and in other platforms. Thing that is really holding men back from having also a healthy relationship with the feminine, where they're not feeling the need to send angry and abusive messages to women on social media. And yes, this is happening. I don't know if you've seen this. I receive these messages often from men, and it doesn't have to be this way. It comes down to you healing what you need to within yourself. As a summary to point number 2, one of the mistakes that you're making is you're feeling less about yourself. You're feeling less than. You're putting her on this pedestal, and you're not having this human interaction because you feel like she's just this wonderful, mystical, rare unicorn and you're just nothing. You really need her because you're less than. That's not going to end well for you. That's not going to end well for neither of you. And if she's emotionally smart, if she is mentally, spiritually connected to herself, she will feel this very quickly, and there's going to be no relationship because she's going to walk away. There's going to be no relationship in the first place. Point number 3, if you're not really triggered so far, then well done. This is probably not going to be some easy things that I'm sharing with you here, but the fact that you're here and you're listening to the end, big shout out to you. This is not easy work, but this, I promise you, is going to allow you to have more of the dating and relationship experiences that you want to have with women. So point number 3, the third mistake that I see that is pushing women away from you is you not taking accountability for how you show up. So this is in the early stages of dating. This is also in the relationship as well. As a woman, this is something that I've experienced as well, particularly when it comes to relationships. In the past, I've been in a relationship where I thought to myself, oh, he's not able to take accountability for certain things that he says, certain things that he does in our relationship and in his life. What that really is a man that thinks he's a man. He might look physically and be the age of a man, be past the age of 18, but he's still behaving like a boy. Regardless of your age, if you're showing up in this kind of way, where if she says something to you and you're saying, oh, well, the only reason that I said that is because of this, what you said to me, or this, what you did, you are still coming from that little boy within, and you need to make peace with him. Because the man, the spiritually evolved, the mentally evolved, emotionally evolved man is able to truly see that he is a sovereign being, that he has complete autonomy and responsibility of how he chooses to show up in any given situation. For example, you are due to have a dinner date with this woman at 7 p.m. and you've been at work all day, it's been a crazy day, you've had a meeting that's overrun, and then your phone runs out of battery and you don't have a charger to charge your phone to be able to message her to say that you're running late. The man that has accountability, he's gonna find a way. Like, he might go around the office and ask if anyone has a charger, ask his boss, maybe nip out to a shop and go buy one, logs into his social media through his work computer. I don't know, I'm just creating solutions here. So that's a way of being, to find a solution, to then be able to take accountability for not showing up in time. So the man that is, as I said, is more on the latter, is emotionally, mentally, spiritually evolved, is able to say, do you know what? I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry that I'm late. I should have taken my phone charger. I should have done these things in order to be able to have my phone on full charge, to be able to communicate with you, whatever the context of the situation is. The man takes accountability, even though it doesn't feel so good in that moment. Like, it doesn't feel great. He feels shame. He feels all of these things. But the boy, he'll feel all of those things, but he'll always be defending. He will always be pushing back and blaming. Oh, it's because of my housemate. It's because of this. It's because of this dog on the street. Whatever it is. It's just looking for external things outside of him to avoid taking accountability for how he chooses to show up. So the boy blames and the man takes grounded responsibility for his way of being, always. Point number 4. The fourth thing that I really see holds men back and pushes women away without them realizing is you're seeking validation. You're seeking validation from her. And as I said, this shows up at the early stages, but if she is mentally, emotionally, spiritually attuned, there is going to be no relationship because she's going to feel this. Like, he's always trying to seek validation from me. I feel like he is always trying to impress me, to feel good about himself, to kind of show off. Is he boasting about his salary? Is he, it's just a mask. It's all ego. All of this is ego. The way that you're going to no longer seek that validation, thus no longer push women away when it comes to, as I said, the dating, the initial getting to know early stages, where it doesn't even form into a relationship, doing the inner work. I don't know if you've seen the theme here, guys, but the theme in all of this is you doing the inner work. You looking at the beliefs and the thinking that you hold to be true about yourself and really see that all of that is a misunderstanding. For you to really see your greatness, to see your intelligence, to see your wisdom, for you to see all that you are. It's not for you to be perfect, for you to see you're human, but for you to like yourself. Now, something that I want to share with you is that in my own transformation inner work journey that I have been on and continue to be on with my own coach, a coach that I worked with years ago who I love dearly, he shared something with me that really stood out. And what he shared with me, and there's many things that he shared with me that really stood out, but the thing that really stands out that I want to share with you, he likes being himself. And I can't remember what we were talking about. I remember in his energy, he leaned back in our conversation through Zoom and he said, the thing is, Jess, I really like being me. I thought, that's it. That's what allows him to be who he is in the world. Confident, grounded, loving, kind, compassionate, powerful. Someone that is able to take accountability and responsibility for himself. That was so powerful. If you possess just 1% of that, of you knowing who you are and you liking and accepting yourself, needing to be perfect, but being relaxed within yourself, she is going to feel this. This is something that I talk about all of the time. And there's going to be no validation that you need to seek. It's just not going to be in your world. I want to use myself as an example too. Because I like and accept myself, because I'm confident and I know who Jess is, and I'll continue to find out more of who Jess is, I don't seek validation when it comes to my romantic life. I just don't seek validation from men. I don't feel the need to post things on social media to get that good feeling from men. There's just no need to do that. It just isn't there. So once you do the inner work and you remove this, there's going to be no need for you to do that either. You're not going to be seeking that validation. Your dating life and the prospects of you having the healthy, loving, fun, fulfilling relationship that you want to have with a woman is a lot more likely. So the fifth and the final point is you not having emotional grounding. So what I mean by this is that you might become reactive. Let's say that you've been working all day. Let's say that she says something and you become angry. Let's say you've had that conversation with your boss and you're feeling a little bit stressed and it's festering. Can you see how all of these points lead into this fifth point? Now again, if you're not mature, if you're not emotionally mature, you haven't mastered yourself from that place emotionally and mentally, you're going to be blaming other people outside of you. I'm going to go back to this example. One thing that might be happening in the early stages of getting to know this woman is that you have this misunderstanding and you're in that feeling of anger or stress or whatever feeling it is for you, and you're reacting. That's how the feeling manifests in your behavior. So you're experiencing the feeling, and then the action that gets created from it is, let's say you call her names. Let's say that you don't really like her, that you're not very kind, you're not very loving, you're not very respectful to her. She sees that message or she hears it on the phone and she goes, do you know what? I'm good, actually. I don't want to be spoken to in this way. I want to know that I can have a conversation with a man to feel respected at all times. And there's actually no need for this. So I'm done, I'm gone. Which makes sense. And it's something that I've experienced too. That is really going to help you guys, is to have that emotional grounding within yourself. This doesn't come from books. This doesn't come from any resources. This comes from you and really doing the inner work and creating awareness that just because you feel an emotion such as stress, just because you feel sad or anger, normally what I see in men is it's stress and anger. That is like the self-sabotage button. Just because you're feeling that feeling doesn't mean that you have to act on it. Doesn't mean that you have to say things. Because the little boy, right, you see the theme also in this, she gives him a chance and she gets on the phone. Say, I didn't mean it. I was just feeling angry. I was just feeling stressed. So are you going to keep doing that in your life? Every time that you feel stressed or you feel angry at your wife, at your children, at your boss, at your friends, do you think your friends are going to stick around? Do you think that you're still going to have a job because you felt stressed and you felt angry and you've made the choice to say that to your boss? Do you think that's going to really work very well for you long term? No. What I'm giving you the opportunity to, and again, this might be painful, your ego probably doesn't want to hear this, is for you to see your way of being. And there's things that you can shift and change and that you can work on. And the thing that it's really going to help you to do is not push women away. Where you have the emotional maturity, you have the tools to be able to feel certain things and not be reactive and not push her away. You can not seek validation because you feel good and relaxed within yourself. You're able to take accountability. You're able to throw your hands up and say, do you know what? I'm sorry. I messed up on this. I didn't meet you at that time. I didn't call you at a certain time. You're not feeling a sense of less than. You're feeling good about yourself. You're feeling relaxed. You know who you are. There's no need to chase. There's no need to chase in your life because you're coming from an abundant, powerful place within yourself. I hope these 5 points have been important for you. As I said, there are many different things I also see. You might share in the comments that there are other things. Of course, there are other things that I see that are really holding men back from having the dating and relationship experiences. But I see that there's these 5 things in particular that are the cause of you pushing women away and you're not even realizing that you're doing it. If this video has been helpful for you, please feel free to subscribe, like and comment, and share with me one insight that you've got from this video. And another thing is to share with me an action step that you're going to take as a result of watching this video. I'll see you in the next video.